So if you saw the last video, I was talking about the bringing together of opposite ideas and how Erickson used to use this in his transformative hypnosis work. Being the kind of guy I am, I took this idea and I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to see what we can do with hypnotic phenomena, generating hypnotic phenomena using this idea of bringing opposites together in a creative and interesting way. So I decided to try this out with a hand stick, and I decided to try this out very recently. I've run this a couple of times now, and it's been very interesting, very successful on the few occasions that I've run it. But it's just an experimental idea anyway. Very quick, very easy to run. First time I did this was at the recent Hypnosis Skills Boot Camp. And I brought somebody up, and I had them place their hand on their knee and look at their hand, pick that point of fixation. Notice their breathing, and then I just riffed it. I riffed it around the concept, but the way it came out was something like this. Now, as you look at that hand, and you place your mind into that hand, you can know that hypnosis can create interesting experiences. And you can know that as hypnosis can create interesting experiences and you feel your hand on your leg, you can experience that hand stuck fully to your leg. And you can experience that hand unstuck fully to your leg. And isn't it nice to know that you can enjoy both of those at the same time? That's right. And as you notice that now and experience that fully, what is it that's happening for you now with that hand and that leg? And the person I was experimenting with said, it's stuck. That's right. It's stuck. And experience that stuck now and sticking more fully to the point where you can try and unstick it and find it just sticks more solidly. It was a very, very nice hand stick, very, very easy to do. Now, I really like that as the setup for a hand stick, and I'll tell you why. Because I like the inherent craftiness of it. What you're doing is you're setting up a situation. You're really leaning on the idea of stuck because you're saying you can experience it stuck and you can experience it unstuck fully to your leg. So you're actually kind of leaning on the stuck on both sides of the continuum, suggesting the idea, taking them into the experience, whilst still giving the conscious analytical mind the sense that I'm free to go any way I wish with this, you see. Which is great, because if you know my work, if you know the no-fail protocol, for example, I love frames that set up maneuverability. And I haven't said it's stuck. I've said both and, right? And both at the same time. And then I just simply ask the question, elicit what's happening for you right now. And I get whatever I get, and I'm going to roll with that. And if the hand is like, well, they might say it's stuck, and I was saying, how would it be if you were to try and lift that and find it just sticks more fully? If they lift it, it doesn't really make any difference because it doesn't mismatch any of the framing. The part inherent in the piece was to say it was both stuck and unstuck, and isn't that nice to know you can experience both at the same time? But I've done that a couple of times since, and as I say, it's only experimental. It's a relatively new thing, a new idea. Perhaps if you go out and play with it in that way, you'll get some interesting results as well. But yeah, I like it as a bit of fun. So there's another way of using this idea of bringing opposites together in a fun kind of way. If you're interested in coming on the Tetralemma workshop, I'm recording this video ahead of time. It may be by the time this video goes out there are no places left, I don't know. But if you're interested in coming on the Tetralemma workshop, we won't be doing a lot of phenomena stuff. I might explore that idea in the room just for a bit of fun. But what we're going to be doing is going into the perhaps more meaningful level of using this kind of work to move minds in productive ways so that people can transcend their old limiting reality tunnels and trances and identities and all of this kind of thing. This is what this work is really about. But in the meantime, play around with that hand stick concept, see what you get out of it, and I'd love to get your feedback. Please make use of the comments and question section below. Take care.